I am extremely obese.
Here comes the
Good evening from sunny Orlando, and welcome to Thai Tuesdays. That's right, it's not Taco Tuesdays, it's Thai Tuesdays. My name is Julio Zayas. I'm 53 years old, and I've been on a GLP-1 journey since November 3rd, 2025. Today is August 11th, 2026. I'm currently on Zepbound 5 milligrams. My highest weight was 285 pounds. My starting weight was 247, and my current weight is 194. My goal is 170. That's all on a 5'6" tall. As always, I'm not a doctor and this is not medical advice. I'm a patient and we are here to have some fun and share our experiences with the best community on YouTube. That's right, you guys, the GLP-1 community. Let's get this party started, everyone. Here we go. We know what to do.
Here comes the
Woo! Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the party tonight. We have a special guest in the house. For those of you that don't know, or those of you that do know, this is Freddie from the gym. Freddie is the fitness manager at EOS, the gym that I go to, and we've gotten to know each other really well. And I asked him if he would come to be on the live to chit chat with you guys. So we're going to be talking not only about the Weightless AI app, but we're also going to be talking all things fitness, working out, GLP-1, and whatnot. So let's go ahead and see who is in the house first and foremost. Gerald Trucker, Big Dave is here. Jazz, hello, Jazz. Sunshine is in. Good stuff. B-Hall. Ann Quidman, my sister. Annalisa, hello.
Okay. We met.
Yeah, you met her.
That's right.
So good stuff. Oh, Sherry. Hey, happy Tuesday. Lucinate Grace, how you doing, Grace? Straight to the tacos. That's funny. Grace is very funny.
Okay. Straight to the top.
Yeah, white choose. We can have Taco Tuesday and Thai Tuesdays all together. See, Jude says, hey, Freddie.
What's going on?
Let us know if you can hear both of us. I think he should pick up both of us, but if he sounds low or something, let us know. So, Nikki's getting Zeppies in the house. Saying hello to my sister. Top 80s in the house. April, hey, April. Some of these folks I met recently at the convention, so met April at the convention. So it's cool.
That's awesome.
April, is it your husband or your boyfriend, the shy one? Is it the boyfriend or husband? I don't know. I don't want to call him the wrong thing there, but is he there? Is he here? We got not Zach. What's up, not Zach? Zach, what's going on, man? Welcome, Jude. Hello. And of course, Annie, Sandra, how are you? All right. So, Nikki says, happy to be in this fun chat. Need the good vibes tonight. My kitty is at the emergency vet for surgery overnight. So let's have some fun. Sorry to hear that, Nikki. I hope everything works out for your baby, for your kitty. But we definitely will make it fun. As much fun as possible. All right. So let's get started. Before we start chatting with Freddie over here, let's get started with the Weightless app. So the first thing I want to say about it is that it is super smart. It is so smart. I spent the last half an hour trying to get it to come on the screen so you guys could see it, so I could show it to you guys. It said no. It said, you know what? I'm too smart for that. You're not going to share me on the screen with anybody that's not paying for it. So I'm going to have to do one of these things for you guys and kind of show you and then come back and then show you. Unfortunately, I tried to get it on the screen, but I won't be able to. I wasn't able to. So we're just going to have to roll with the punches. But we're going to start out with, I don't know how many of you guys know, but I did a short earlier today letting everybody know that, or trying to let you guys know that I was going to talk about the Weightless AI app. It just came out last night, I think, or yesterday afternoon, and I went ahead and bought it. It's $30 a month, so it's not cheap, but for the love of GLP-1 community, I purchased it, and I want to share with you guys my thoughts. It's only one day, so I'm not giving you like a full review. Obviously, I'm going to have to use it for a couple months and then come back and do a good review on it. But just my first impressions. Here's what here's what I'm thinking. So I'm not going to get obviously I'm not going to get too in depth, but the initial scan, you do a scan of your body, and it's just basically you're holding the phone, I put the phone on a tripod and you press a button and it tells you to move around 360. It takes about 30 seconds and then you stop, and it takes about another 2 minutes on its own and starts to read all your measurements, which I thought, man, how accurate can it be? But it's pretty good.
You got close.
You get really close, yeah. Right? So if you see here, skeletal muscle mass, it read it just from videoing me. That's it. Just video me. 74.9, right? So I'm going to compare that to my DEXA scan. And of course, there it goes. Body composition. That was lean mass, right? So it read 74.9, right? And then my DEXA scan read 70%. So within very close, pretty close range. So my DEXA scan, this is even closer. My DEXA scan read 26.3 on the fat, and
your body fat percentage.
Body fat percentage, yeah. And this thing read 26.1, which is super close.
Yeah, that's on the money to me.
Yeah, for sure. So visceral fat, it's in percentage here, and it's I think it was pounds on the other one. So I can't even tell you. Yeah, it's like 2.4 pounds is what it read, and then this is a percentage, 1.3%. I don't know if I can do the math on that, but it's probably pretty close. Sounds like it. I guess you can do the math, but I didn't do the math. So if you guys can do the math, you let me know. And then the measurements. So I got the Renfrew scale measurements as far as torso and, neck and all that. We'll just go with neck. The neck here is 16.29, which is an actual tape measure, right? And then with this thing, it is 18.5. Which is not bad.
Not terrible. Yeah.
No. 18.5 from 18.29. I mean, that's pretty close. Yeah. So as far as that side of it goes, I'm pretty impressed that this thing was just able to read me in 30 seconds turning around. I was able to measure so many things. If you break it down, $30 a month times 5 is about 150, which is what a DEXA scan would cost. So if you are going to be getting a DEXA scan every 5-6 months, then maybe the app might be something that you might choose to do because it's pretty close to a DEXA in that sense.
Yeah, especially if it's more available too.
Right, because then you have it whenever you want. You can do it yourself. You can scan yourself. I think it's like up to 10 times per month, which they don't suggest. They suggest to do it, yeah, maybe twice a month at most, but you're not going to see.
crazy.
Yeah. Exactly. You don't want to do it that much, but that's how many times it lets you. I mean, it says I got a 9 out of 10 left remaining for the month to do a scan, but obviously you wouldn't do that. So yeah, I would say ding, ding, ding on that. It's pretty close.
Yep.
Even with the DEXA scan, it's not perfect. BIA scales, Renfro scales are not perfect. We're looking for trends, right? We're just trying to trend down. So as far as a trending thing, in a month or two, and I'll be able to give a report how it trended, if it trended, similar to my Renfro scale and whatnot. So as far as that goes. Now, as far as the AI portion of it, which is like asking it questions, I thought it was going to be like, hey, Dr. Salas Whalen, how does the GLP-1 work? And to my disappointment, it is not that. It's pretty much like any other AI. I mean, I think ChatGPT talks to you now, but all the other ones, you just input, you write into it, and it responds. And then the responses that it gives, it references the book. So it's like, it's answering you from the information from the waitlist book. So it's not even digging deep into the interwebs. It's not going, it's not AI looking everywhere. It's just looking within the book, which is cool because it means that it's definitely more accurate, right? It's not bringing in information from the outside. So, as far as that goes, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of like if you had the Audible book, it's almost like if they sent you a search engine for the Audible book. It's almost like that's the way I'm looking at it. So I played with it, asked a couple questions, and it was pretty standard stuff. I've listened to the book a million times already, so I know a lot of these answers or questions, but you always don't remember everything and you forget something. So it was cool to kind of refresh my brain. But then I would go to ChatGPT or Gemini and ask the same question, and it's way more in depth than you would get from the book so far. But like I said, this is just the beginning, first time, so it's only been a day. I only got to play with it a little bit today, a little bit yesterday, so let's give it some time. I'll play with it some more before I give my full review and I say yay or nay. But as far as the other stuff, if you don't want to do the DEXA scan, or you rather do this, or you don't even have access to a DEXA scan, for that alone, I think it's pretty cool. And I don't know if there's cheaper ones that I'm just unaware of, but this one is pretty good, I would say.
Yeah, I mean the scan itself is crazy accurate.
Yeah, the scan itself is pretty accurate. And if I get the future scans show me a trend, then I think it's worth it for that, because I pay $150 for my DEXA scan. So if you're gonna do one or the other, or both like me, then you're gonna be paying some money. But it's not bad. Pretty cool.
You're just the guinea pig for everything now.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm throwing myself out there and see what happens. But all right. So any questions on the AI app? If you guys want me to go over something else, you got any questions, or you guys want to ask it a question and we'll see what it answers, go for it. Let's do that. Meanwhile, until we find some questions, I think I got one here from Sherry. She says, Julio, my sister is here. Hey, from, I'm not even going to guess. Is that Michigan? Am I?
Yeah. No,
I'm horrible with that. Is it?
Yeah.
Michigan. We're going to guess it's Michigan.
It is Michigan.
Visiting.
Right?
Yeah. Visiting with me from South Carolina, and she just started her Zepbound journey. Can you give her a shout out and some confetti? Her name is Lori. This is her first live. Absolutely, Sherry. I mean, it's already been how long? We haven't danced yet again, so of course. For Lori, this is for Lori. You guys know what to do when the beat drops. is my favorite part. We're losing 50 calories every time we dance. So I hope everybody's up and ready to dance. You guys ready? You can drop.
Here comes the
Yay! Freddie's joining in. Woo! Let's go, Lori. From Michigan, we think. Lori, welcome. You're live. Congratulations. Fantastic. I know that's super loud. You guys probably didn't hear anything I said, but hey, Lori, congratulations. Welcome to the journey. I love this stuff. Thank you, Sherry. Oh, Sherry. I thought that was her name at first. Remember that song? Oh, Sherry. No?
No.
Yeah. You got to be old like me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I'm not there yet.
So welcome, Sherry. Welcome, Paula. Texas Shane is in the house. What's going on? Wellness with Eliza. How are you? Or is it Lisa? Lisa? And says, Julio, I always screw these things up. Whitting's body scan. I don't know that one, obviously. And the numbers on my scale are also very close to my last DEXA scan. It also connects to my Apple Watch and my Withings, I believe is Withings blood pressure monitor. I don't pay for the app. That's fantastic. That's awesome. So now we know there's an app. There's a body scan.
You're gonna have to try that one too.
Yeah. So is the Withings? You don't pay for that scan at all either. The body scan, the Withings body scan, or do you pay for that? Let me know. Let's see, what else do we have here? Hey, we got Lisa Brockington. Hello, Lisa. She says, hello, everyone. Sad day for me today. I just dropped off my baby girl at college this morning. It gets easier. Lisa, I know it's a tough one. The first night that we dropped Antonio off, and he was just down the street at UCF, but he stayed in the dorms first year, just last year. And that was a tough night for us. Texas Shane wants to know the confetti. The confetti has gotten stuck twice already.
Oh, that's a thing. I thought it was a joke.
No, yeah, it got stuck. 2 lives that I've done, it gets stuck, and I can't get it off. And the whole live we have.
Do you have to dance the entire time?
You
just stay in dance mode?
Yeah, we should. Freddie said he's gonna volunteer. He's gonna dance if he gets stuck the whole time. Let's see. Darn, no stuck confetti. Not yet. Don't jinx it. So the topic tonight, TMJ, we got Freddie here from the gym. He's the manager of my gym. He's got a lot of experience in bodybuilding, and he's done bodybuilding himself, and he trains bodybuilders. And he's obviously he hires the staff, the gym coaches or personal trainers and things. So definitely it's going to be a great conversation about how, for me, it's about how we can bring the gym community and the GLP-1 community and bridge them and bring them together, because right now I feel like we have a separation between the gym community and the GLP-1 community, and it's I think there's improvement on both ends. There's improvement for the gym community to welcome us more, and there's improvement for us to let ourselves be more vulnerable, more welcome, and more accepting of the whole gym process, or not accepting, but work with the gym staff and coaches and stuff like that to make things better. So that's kind of what the topic's going to be about tonight. But of course, we can talk about anything. So if you guys got questions, QQQ will help me out. Paula says, I came in after you were talking about the app. What does it do again? No problem. So I'll briefly go over it for Paula and for those of you that just came in. The AI app, the first thing that you do is the body composition. That's the first tab on the app. When you click on it, you can scan yourself. It'll scan your body, as you can see there. I look better than that, but that's my avatar. So, being a little vain there. Anyhow, that's the first tab. And so I was showing everybody that in comparison to my my DEXA scan, the numbers are pretty close. So I compared a couple of them, like body fat percentage and my lean mass as well, and the neck size as well, like the measurement. I mean, it was pretty neat that this thing, you just stand in front of it and you twist around. It's just the camera looking at you, and it's able to read you so close to real numbers. So I thought that was really impressive from the app. And then this thing, I don't know, I'm going to start messing with it. Body trends, you have to input that every day. So I'm not so sure about that. And then care plan would be if your doctor, that's it, the other tab. So I went 1, 2, and then I've skipped over the middle tab and I'm on the third tab. And if your doctor has the app, then you can share everything with your doctor. And then the last tab is just your profile. That's all. That's the only tabs. And then the middle tab is the one where you ask the AI questions. And I said that I thought it was going to be like me talking to the doctor, like, hey, doctor, Dr. Whalen, how are you doing this morning? What do you think? I thought it was going to be super advanced, but it's just the same thing. You just ask it questions by typing it in and sending it like any other AI app. You just type it in, and then, let's see, how does GLP-1 work? So, yeah, I just asked it, how does the GLP-1 work? And it gives me an answer. And then it cites the chapters of the book Waitlist where the answer is, or where you can find the answer. So it's kind of just, it says GLP-1 medications work by mimicking a hormone your body already makes. When you eat, your gut naturally releases GLP-1 to help regulate blood sugar and signal fullness to your brain. GLP-1 medications amplify this signal, so your brain receives a stronger, you are satisfied message. This reduces hunger, slows how quickly your stomach empties, and decreases cravings for high-calorie foods, which that is very true for me and for a lot of you, I'm sure. The result is that you eat less without fighting constant hunger. It's not about willpower. It's your body's own appetite system working more efficiently. This is why GLP-1s are so effective for weight management and metabolic health. And then it'll tell you this is for educational purposes only. Your care team makes the final call. And then it starts citing chapter 1, chapter 6, and chapter 5. And then you can ask it another question. So pretty basic answers, pretty much like the book. It doesn't really dig into, so far what I see is not digging into the World Wide Web, as you would call it. My devil dog friend is in the house. Say hello. Appreciate that message. He says, hope everyone is having a good night. Stay consistent, and we will win this together. Yes, sir. All right, Major Trucker has got a question. Charles, do you have the Renpho blood pressure monitor? I do not have that yet, my friend. I have a blood pressure, machine thing downstairs that whenever I'm feeling kind of weird, I'll take it. I haven't had blood pressure issues. It's always normal. But just when I'm feeling weird or dizzy, and I haven't felt like that since the medication, but in the past, from binge eating, I definitely have put that thing on. My wife always gives me a look because she's like, "You always think you're dying." I'm like, "I feel like I'm gonna die." but, yes, but it's always I do, and it's like I'm like, "This is the big one," But I've never had blood pressure issues. I've been knock on wood, um, whatever this is. So yeah, man, I don't have it yet. Yeah,
I don't know what this
I don't know
thing
what
is
this
made
is.
out of.
Who knows? Could be anything. Particle board, I'm sure. Uh, all right, let's see. Lisa, she's gonna be good. She's gonna be good. In a few days, she won't call you anymore. That's when you gotta worry. Right now, you don't have to worry. It's in a few days when she starts hitting the clubs. Just kidding. Just kidding. I didn't mean to make you more nervous. I'm like, I shouldn't say that.
Made it worse.
Yeah, no, everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
It's like the book
Yeah. Tell her to watch the lives, and she'll be entertained, and she won't be scared anymore. Thanks for saying, yeah, new rule. The confetti gets stuck. Julio must dance the entire time. See?
See? It's a good idea.
That's not the only one. See? Great idea, Freddie.
You know what it is? He's from Texas. We're from Texas.
That's right.
That's
Freddie's
right.
from Texas. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I started in the studio, he was the first one to say he didn't like the helmet. All right, let's see.
Honestly, you have some random stuff, so I didn't even notice the helmet, to be honest.
Oh, the helmet?
Yeah, I
Is
kind of
it?
just came in. I was like, bright light, here we go.
Yeah, this is the shirt that Dr. Anya signed.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed that one.
Yeah, so I hung that up, and then I got my Bugs helmet, and then I got the on air that was gifted to me for Father's Day, and then this is the poster I put on the door at on the cruises, on the cruise.
Okay. Yeah.
With a QR code, so anybody who can click on it.
Oh, that's pretty smart, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
Be a part of the thing. And that's it for now. I gotta find other things to put up back there. We'll see.
We're gonna have to get you a cutout of the little
The Gila monster, right?
Gila,
Yeah,
that's what
I
you
thought
need.
about doing that, right?
Just right here.
Putting it right there. Yeah.
That's where he goes.
Right in the middle. Or next to me when nobody else is here. All right. So let's chat with if I find questions, I'll definitely read them. Everybody's saying hi to Freddie.
What's going on? Well, that's my mom, actually.
Oh, that's your mom?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Did you tell her?
Hi, Mom.
Or she was already a fan?
No, I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But, just well, I mean, we'll talk about it, but it's the same thing. It was kind of a question out there for sure. So this is even one of the things that I kind of draw back to, like when one of the conversations that we always kind of have, like, this is where I wish you would start first. But some people start that way. I wish that people would start this way. But I get it. Like it's different mindset for some people. So
yeah, you were talking about it. Your mom was talking to you about it. That's right. Well, welcome. Hi, Mom. Welcome to the chat. Glad to have you here. And said the scale was an expensive gift, one-time purchase. There is an app that gives a lot of extra info, but don't need it. The info I get from the scale is enough for me. Gotcha. So it's not a scan thing, like this thing, like this app. It's a scale. So it's a BIA scale, body electrical impedance scale. That's what I'm gathering from what you're saying. Yeah, great question, Trucker. Where is Jotty? Hey, Carol, the gangsta is in the house. Hey, Carol. All right. So one more question, then we're going to start talking to Freddie from Annie. I have a question for our guests. How do the trainers at your gym feel about those of us using the GLP-1s to lose weight? Great question that kicks it off. The microphone's
So I
all
mean,
yours.
this is of course.
Yeah.
This is so it's a good question, right? But this is like definitely like one of those split ideas, right? Because you'll have like a lot of our coaches who are um, not, I would say, like maybe not up to date with like all the info that's out there. Because I mean, it's I know it's changed and expanded, since it first came out. I don't know what the first was it. I'm not sure if it was like Ozempic, the first GLP that was launched out, or I'm not really sure.
The first GLP-1 was in 2005. It was called Byetta.
Was that the first?
But the one that became popular was Ozempic.
So the
popular 2017.
Yeah. So
9 years ago.
Yeah, a lot of people are not like crazy up to date with it, and so some people are going to see like like anything new, they see something new and they find all the bad in it first, like all the reasons like not to do it, and for like the coaching staff specifically, these are trainers. They're and I try to explain this to them all the time. You guys are the odd, we're the odd people who enjoy this, and when we talk about like the rest of the crowd who are coming in, specifically our clients and everybody else that's part of the gym, not everybody like necessarily enjoys working out. These coaches and these trainers, they take they chose this career path, like they're interested on anatomy and physiology and how like the body works and performance. They're kinesiology majors and exercise science majors and stuff like that. That's their interest. So in their head, they're nothing beats some hard work and a diet, right? And not knowing that like not everybody feels that way, and for different reasons, So some people have a hard time kind of getting on board with it, obviously. And then you have a lot of, and then I have like a good amount of coaches who use it for themselves. Some of them, like I have a coach there, and he loves it. I'm not gonna share who it is, but like, but he loves it. He rides by it, and he swears it's the go-to. And so we'll see like both dynamics, but also he's also a big advocate of like, if you're going to use it, you should also be treating your body this way, right? Like you should be doing this, right? Which I think that to me, like the way he did it was the appropriate way, but also it's a career path that he chose, so that comes natural to him too. Like, the strength training and all that, that's something he wants to do.
It's a great answer, and very honest and very true. And we from our end can't blame the fitness community for feeling that way. Is my opinion now, my 2 cents. I can't blame the fitness community for feeling that way. And I felt like that for a very long time. When I was in the Marine Corps, when I was in the SWAT team, I was like, I had that even though I was already had obesity and I was fighting, I was white knuckling half the time, but I still had that feeling like, why can't you do what I'm doing? Why don't you want to run? Why don't you want to jump things and dive into lakes and swim and do crazy stuff that I'm doing? And why don't you want to be in the Marine Corps? Why don't you want to be in the military? Why don't you want to serve? Why don't you want to serve as a local police officer or deputy? I had those thoughts. I had those beliefs and those ideas. And then, I'd gain 50 pounds and I'd be like, I know they don't want to do that, because I don't want to do this either right now, as obesity took a hold of me from time to time. And that's why I love talking to Freddie, and he'll tell you, this is, because I tell them that I use the gym as a social, I look at it, I've changed my way of thinking, and I'm looking at the gym as a social place, a place to socialize. Yeah. And that once I'm there, I get the feeling of maybe I will get on the treadmill, maybe I will push or pull something. And I try not to make it a plan when I go there, even though I kind of do know that today's chest and biceps, but I try to make it where if I don't feel like it that day, I'll leave. And I don't put that pressure on me. That's just a new way of me kind of staying consistent and not hating the gym.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same thing. So like even like our clientele, like I've always kind of like said the same thing. Like your experience in the gym should be a good one, and I'm not talking about the workout. People think like having a good workout is your good experience in the gym. Not always. I worked in the same gym for 16 years in Texas. I'm here at EOS, and I chose EOS, by selection because of the culture. It's for me. It's just all about like the member experience. For me, like when I see clients and members walk in, like even including yourself, and we've talked about this before. Like I don't care if you work with one of our training staffs or not, but your conversation and just watching you come in and just being like transparent or even about your changes, right? And if you've ever needed help, I'm an open book. You can ask me anything, right? And if and just overall, I just kind of like hope everybody has like a good experience in the gym. And sometimes for some of us, like that's just somebody knowing your name when you walk in the front door, right? Or somebody just like seeing like I've seen you in here twice already, like back to back.
Yeah.
And like for me, as an employee there, like I like sharing that. I like being able to say like I see you, Julio. I see you working. You know what I mean? And that's cool because I know what that means to you guys, right? And to like all members, because it's the same for me. Like I also work at the gym for like my own culture experience too. Like yes, I love working out and all that too, but like to me that's my place where I get to be social. Like I'm actually myself like at work. Like to me it's not a
job. Yeah, you're not working. Yeah,
like this is a career I chose and I love doing it.
That's great. That's the way it should be, for everybody. And I'll tell you a great story. When Freddie really touched me, was I came in one day to the gym and I'm walking by the desk and his eyes like lit up and he jumps up and runs over towards me. And he normally doesn't greet me that way. He's just kind of like, hey, what's up? And we don't always talk, because he might be busy or something, or I'm just kind of headed to the weights or whatnot. But if I'm tight on my schedule, but that particular day he runs over and he's like, hey, what's going on? And he had actually noticed, that's when I went on the cruise. And he had actually noticed that I had not been around. Oh, no. It was the time that I did the video. He had watched my video when I said I was down. I think it was the down video. Yeah. And then you hadn't seen me a couple of days and you were like, dude, are you okay? And I was like, dude, you're going to make me cry. I think I did cry a little bit. It was nice. It was a thug tear. Yeah, it was a thug tear. Yeah, it was just the one little drop. But yeah, it was, that's the kind of relationships that I encourage everybody to build at the gym. And look, it wasn't overnight. It wasn't like I walked in there and everybody was like, hey, come in. Hey, what's up? High fives. Not at all. I've even told Freddie, like, it's taken some of these trainers and staff and people there, just because I talk to everybody, even like the cleaning crew, Lewis, the cleaning guy. I mean, I love chatting with him. So it's everybody. And I just encourage anybody to do that because it changes. For me, it has changed what the gym represents completely. 180. I don't ever look at the gym. I'm never in the parking lot thinking, oh gosh, I got to run at 5.0 for 30 minutes. And then I got to bench 250 pounds because I did 245 last week. And now I got to do more. Like that's the way I used to think about the gym. I have to do this. I have to go in there, perform. I have to. No longer do I look at it that way. It is it's a relationship. It's a socializing place. I fist pump people and, get to know them. What's your name? Remember their names and talk up to them again. And it has just become that kind of community, in a sense. And he'll tell you, like, because I tell you guys, I know you guys are probably like, he's full of crap. But I'll talk to Freddie for 30 minutes straight when I got an hour to work out sometimes. I mean, sometimes I got plenty of time, and then I still work out for 2 hours after I talk to him for half an hour, and then I get home and I get yelled at by the wife. So as you guys know, I always get yelled at by the wife over here on YouTube as well.
I was like, YouTube?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. That's right. So let's see if we have any questions. I know we're kind of behind now. Oh, you see? Todd gifted 5 memberships. You know what that means? Oops. You guys know what that means.
That means there's a chance the confetti might get stuck.
There's a chance the confetti might get stuck.
So wherever my Texas boy is at, let's
yeah. Yo, you gotta dance. That one gets a firework. Woo! Let's go. Godspeed. 55. 5 lucky people became members. You guys don't even know how lucky it is to be a member these days. I'm gonna let you guys know how lucky, because things have changed for the members. Yeah, I don't want that firework to get stuck. If that thing gets stuck, that's gonna be annoying. Like, this is not too bad, but this, can't imagine. Hopefully that doesn't get stuck. Thank you, Todd, man. I appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate that. So the reason why I said that 5 lucky members, because, and this was Trucker's idea. Well, a few people had given me the idea before, and then Trucker was kind of like, come on, let's do this. And on members only Sundays from 7 to 8 p.m. moving forward, we will still do the members live. And then at 8 p.m., I'll put out a Zoom or some sort of link for us to go into a chat, a Zoom chat or something to that effect. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep doing Zoom, but I'm going to do some sort of chat where we can all see each other and interact. And we did it Sunday. It was impromptu then. Now it's going to be moving forward. And it was a lot of fun. It was cool to see everybody's faces, talk back, instead of just watching and reading the chat. So moving forward, members only, because it's more intimate and the members deserve it. So if you're a member, or you can become a member, it's super cheap. You can do it for 99 cents a month. So for $1, you can join in on the lives and then the Zoom calls afterwards. It was super cool, and I can't wait to do it again on Sunday. So if you're into that, check it out. It should be pretty cool. So Robert says, down 13 pounds this month on Manjaro, 5 milligrams, second month since I started. Thanks for the information and motivation. Thank you, man, for sharing your journey with me and with us. I appreciate it. Congratulations. 13 pounds, nothing to shake a stake at, my friend. That's a great loss that month, and you're on 5 milligrams. You're doing great, man. Congratulations. And I guess Grant is in the house. So what's up, Grant? Welcome in. Everybody's welcoming Grant. There he is. What's up, Grant? That's at 8:29. It's 8:42, so we got to catch up. They've been chit-chatting. Sharon had a question. Do I see that? Did I miss a question from Sharon? I don't see it. Sharon, if I miss your question, please ask it again so I can answer it. Anybody who's got a question, put QQQ before it so I don't miss it. Not Sharon. It wasn't Sharon. It was somebody else. Had a great question. Sandra. Gotcha. Sandra, Sharon, all the same. All right. V. Lily says, in all honesty, Julio, is there any place you go that you do not socialize? That is true. The what?
Bathroom.
The bathroom. I don't know. I may talk a little too much in there. I may be one of those next to you, like, hey, how you doing? Good point, V. Lily. Oh, I gotta show you all. I got a new gi in jiu-jitsu. I am the first and only guy to do this. I am very proud of myself, and I gotta show you guys.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I bought a pink gi.
You look like the pink Power Ranger.
They don't even make them for men. This is a woman's gi, a female's gi. I love it, man. I couldn't wait to get it. That's pretty cool. Okay. You're like, okay.
You got in there, so that's what matters.
I'm a purple belt too, so this is perfect. I hope you guys like my pingy. I find it very amusing and fun. When I put it on today, the guys, I wore it today for the first time, and the guys were like, "What in the world did you do?" And all the women were like, "Oh my god, I love it! I want one!" So I'm gonna buy new geese. Billy says, "What a great example! I usually keep my head down, hoping not to be noticed." And that's something I wanted to share and I've told this to Freddie before in one way or another, and want to talk about it more from our perspective. Um, you know, being having obesity and being overweight, there's so much shame in us. And I'll speak for myself. I don't want to speak for the community as a whole because everybody's different. But at least for me, the shame was so intense that just even the thought at 285, the thought of me walking into the gym was like, there's no way I'm even going to do it. And so for a person to get the nerve up to even do that, like for me, when I first started going, like any little look, comment, anything like that, I'll tell you that the doctor, I got to look up her name, the doctor that gave her class at the Obesity Action Coalition, and she's a fitness doctor. She said that if you go to a gym and you ask for them to give you I guess the intake or whatever you guys do at the beginning, the assessment, if you ask for it to be in private and they say they don't do that, to walk right out of the gym. Because in her her studies and all that, she says that gyms should provide a safe and private environment to go through that when you need it. So that's something I'm sharing with you. I don't know if you guys do that already or not. You don't have to say, but
I mean,
something to think about.
I mean, nobody's really asked, but we would.
You would, yeah.
Yeah,
you would accommodate
some rule against.
Yeah. You guys have an area where you could go and where it's not like an open.
In the location that I was at before, it would have just been in the that GPIT room, and we have used not for that reason, but we have used that for a personal
assessment. Yeah. So that's one of the things that she suggested, and I love that. When she said that, I was like, man, I hadn't even thought about that. Because it is such a big leap. I'm sure a lot of folks here might even want to share that, where they have that, just like V Lily says, that it's putting her head down and just trying to get through it. And that's why when I do my little videos on how to work out for the first time, I'm letting them know, like, how you have the dumbbells now over by like the recording room, in between the recording room, that set of dumbbells. And then there's another one somewhere else too that I noticed today. I look for them now. So I look for
smaller dumbbells. We have some by the set, but we also have another one in the walking area now.
In the walking area, I thought I saw another one. Yeah.
Yeah, we have some in the walking area now.
And what I liked about that is because I tell them is like, find the dumbbells that are not in front of a mirror, because when we first start, at least when I first started, I didn't want to see myself in the mirror because, at least for me, I hid myself from my own mirrors. Like I wouldn't even look at myself. I close my eyes when I brush my teeth. When I'm at 285 or even over 250, close my eyes when I brush my teeth. I don't look in the mirror. I'm not looking at myself putting clothes on or checking myself or anything like that, because that's
great.
It is. It's a psychological thing for people with obesity, man, and it's very common. So we stay away from the mirror, and then when we start to lose weight, we want to see the progress, but then is the shock. For me, it was like, I've lost 15 pounds already, and this is what I look like, because it's like I'm seeing myself for the first time because I've been avoiding the mirror for months.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? All of a sudden, this 15 pounds for me is like I'm seeing myself at this weight, which when I last saw myself, I was even lighter than this. So it's like, it's disappointment. So, I almost have like the mentality. I've had the mentality of like thinking of myself, like I feel better, I'm looking better, like just go to the gym. And you go to the gym, but as soon as I see that reflection, it's like, who am I kidding? I'm not looking better. I'm not feeling, it's like,
Yeah.
so that's why I say stay away from the mirrors. Just hit the dumbbells over here. Stay in an area. Like I like the one in Fern Park, where they're over here towards the front desk.
In the
Those
yard,
dumbbells in the yard. Yeah. So I like using those because you're completely away from that whole the gym bro section.
The gym bro section.
Yeah, by the mirrors.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I say in my videos, and I encourage anybody who wants to start. I was also encouraged not to start off right away. Like when you start the medication, I know you just kind of mentioned it. Like you would want us to try this first, the medication, the working out instead of the medication.
Right.
From my perspective right now is try the medication when you start to feel better, when you've cleared those first couple of months, because the first couple of months on medication can be really rough.
Right.
You feel like vomiting, or you might feel like nauseous or something like that. So you might have some side effects, and you kind of want to work through that. I always encourage everybody to kind of work through that first.
Sure.
Before you try and step into a gym and start doing work. And that's what I did. I went November, December, no gym. And then after I came back from Puerto Rico on January 8th or something like that, then I started, easing back into the gym. And then you see me now, I go all the time. But, it was like a progressive buildup,
Right.
So, just something, to think about, at least from my perspective, Everybody's obviously different.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's gonna come from like their own, everybody comes from a different point of view. So I get it. Like either way, like I think for me, like in general, it's like I just hope that no matter which way you start, right? Like if you start at the gym first, and you choose to add this medication to your journey, it's like for me, it was important that you don't stop doing that. It's not like, oh, I've been using GLP, so I'm going to stop gymming. You know what I mean? I'm going to stop strength training. I'm like the opposite.
Right.
I'm like, stick with it. Or, if you haven't started gymming yet and you're starting with, this medication, your GLPs, then that's cool too. Like, I mean, either way, but at some point, I think you should work your way up to it, and everybody's going to have their own way of working their way up to it. I don't think it really matters as long as like the intent is there. Like that's something you're going to get into eventually, hopefully sooner than later, right? Because I think there's a lot more benefits to it and I think you would agree too.
I do 100%. I was talking to my sister about that today, and I think she's in here still probably. One of
I'm waiting for her.
Right? What is she going to say? What are you going to say? Yeah, one of the things that I definitely encourage everybody to do, that I was talking to her about, encouraging everybody, is to do it simultaneously if you can. And of course, after a couple of months of being on the medication, not necessary. I've made videos. Because that's one thing that I definitely try to emphasize is, because right now, so many people are out there saying you have to strength train or you're going to lose. I mean, they're putting the fear of God. Like if you don't strength train, you're going to end up with sarcopenia and you're going to die, like the whole, red caution sign, you have to work out. And we know that's not the case because we have 50,000, examples of friends and people and viewers and everybody that have lost all their weight and, they didn't explode, right? They didn't collapse. Yeah. Everything was fine. And then they decided to strength train.
Right. And
then they built up their strength, and some of them are jacked. I mean, we just talked to Jody. She's not. I haven't seen her yet tonight, but Jody's like, she's got guns, and she's one of those that did that. She like lost all her weight, got to maintenance, then she started to work out, strength train, and several people have done that on the channel, and so we know that it's okay. And the reason why I like to say you don't need to work out to do a GLP-1
right.
or lose weight, period, is because, and this is a point that I want to start making and make it stick, is that as a police officer, when somebody was in danger, we responded blue lights and siren, right? Code 3. you want to get there as soon as possible and help that person with whatever they're dealing with. Well, that's how I feel about this. For me, my opinion is that when you are suffering from obesity, it is a code 3 emergency situation. And we need to get to that person as soon as possible and help them. And if we are not not going there very fast, and we don't have the lights and sirens on, and we're just saying you need to do protein and you need to go to the gym and you need to work out and all this, we're just going to keep pushing that away and not responding. For me, it's like, let's not scare each other into thinking that we have to do this. Dude, I couldn't even tie my shoes when I was at 285. I literally bought shoes that didn't have laces, and one of those shoes that you could slip your feet in. So I want to encourage anybody to start without having to think about strength training, protein, all these things.
Right.
That I know that's important.
Yeah.
And I know that conversation is going to have to be had. But let's have that conversation when you've gotten the ball rolling, you're feeling better, you've gotten through the tough weeks of the medication when you first start.
Sure.
You're working with your doctor, things are getting better, and now you're like, man, I want to start improving on myself, and I feel like I can. Boom, then I start talking about working out. I start talking about protein and getting all that good stuff in. So that's kind of like my approach to it.
Sure.
But
I mean, I can see that. You know what I mean? And I would agree too. I mean, just like, I think for a lot of people, like the getting started part is probably like the hardest thing, right? And like I said, it doesn't matter which way you really get started. It's just like get started. Right?
Yeah.
And if that's the course of action, then great, But to me, ultimately speaking, at the end of the day, like I think that these two things should work together.
Yep.
That's all.
And that's the thing. These are the conversations that we have at the gym. I keep looking at the computer. I need to look at you guys. These are the conversations that we are having at the gym, and that's why I wanted to get Freddie in here, because it is. I think the gym community and the GLP community are more closely aligned than we give it credit to. We're saying things and we're not realizing that we're actually on very similar pages. We just kind of got to bring it, kind of learn how to talk to each other and kind of bring it all together. And I think it's going to be awesome. I've told you, I think this is going to benefit both sides. I think we're both, the fitness community and the GLP-1 community are both going to end up bridging, and we're going to end up both benefiting greatly from it. It's going to be positive for everybody. That's 8:39. We're at 8:57, so let's get caught up. Glutide, yes, I am using StreamYard. Appreciate it, Todd. Yeah, please smash that like button. Appreciate it.
Some of these play on names for the GLP are pretty funny, actually.
Right?
Glutide.
That's really good. Yeah.
Creative people.
Emily. Glutide.
Yeah.
That's awesome. P. Lily's always doing that. Songs. Yakety yak. Don't look back. Don't talk back. That's a song. You don't know that, but you're not.
Yeah, I know that one.
Oh, you know that one. Okay.
Who's got the most unique name? Who's got the coolest name, you think?
Who's got the coolest
screen name?
So
now you can't say your own.
no, I definitely got the coolest name, but no. I'm a little biased because Carol G was she was Carol G. She changed her name because we were chatting one day and she said something that was kind of funny. It was a typo, but it sounded like she was talking gangster. So she came back and she's like, "Oh, gangsta. The G's for gangsta." And that's when then she changed her name to Carol GLP-1 Gangsta.
It's got a story to it.
So it's got a story to
like
it. Yeah. So I'm kind of.
Got a question there.
Yeah. Oh, we got a question from Zach. Zach's got a new channel. You guys got to go to Zach's channel and subscribe and support him. Great channel. Love it. He's doing awesome. He's got a question. As someone who's getting ready to start the gym aspect of losing weight, do you recommend a personal trainer? I would get smacked across the face if I said no. Yeah. Um, so here's the truth and honest answer to that. I think that uh, if you can afford a personal trainer, because they're not the most inexpensive route to go,
Sure.
but if you can afford a personal trainer, absolutely do it. At least to get started your first year, give it a go. It's good to have the relationship of someone there that's going to meet with you, that's going to be able to train with you. So it's not just the training part of it, but it's always also having the social aspect of somebody who's waiting for you, who's going to motivate you, who's going to be there with you. So absolutely, if you can afford it and you can do it, absolutely, I think it's great. Anything group training or personal trainers, anybody who you can meet up with at the gym. It's hard to do it with friends. Friends, it's very tough to meet. Huh?
Yeah, I would say like, and I do this pretty much all day, right? This is pretty much my entire day.
Sure.
So newcomers who are coming in, we always kind of like recommend like going through an assessment and kind of see like what your starting point is, and if you have worked out like in the past before, and maybe it's been a while, or you've never worked out at all, doesn't really matter. Like the first and foremost is like finding a starting point. But the good thing about like having a trainer, again, if you could afford one, for sure, right? The good thing about having a coach is one, it's personal, it's personalized, right? So not only are you getting like a personalized like training and program that's like catered and built for your starting point, but also it's personal. That's somebody that you're gonna like end up spending a relationship with, or spending a good amount of time with, and building a relationship. And I'll just like say this from my experience. I was a personal trainer in Texas for 16 years in the same gym, and I had clients that stayed with me for between 8 and 10 years. Some of my clients had been with me for 10 years, and they've gone through variations of their life, and some of them was kind of funny because I think I had one family group. It seemed like a rite of passage that the whole family would train with me, which is kind of weird, you know what I mean? Because I trained her to get ready for her wedding, and then I trained her kid when he went to college, and it was it's kind of like stuff like that. But it turns into like like a thing. But again, going back to like even what we were saying before, it's like that person looks forward to going to the gym. And I'll tell you, that client that I had, Rose, I'm not gonna say her name, but that client that I had, she didn't love the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And I can almost guarantee that well, I know now, especially because I don't live in Texas anymore. I live in Florida now, but that dynamic changed for that person. She has to refine another love for the gym, because like she lost her trainer, right? So it's like she's got to find a new one or find something different. I think she took on like another like challenge or something, but yeah, so I would definitely recommend, yeah, for sure.
And so another good point I want to make is that, like Freddie said, this is still early stages for trainers, this GLP-1 aspect of it. So there are still a lot of trainers that don't believe in them, think they are cheating, or that it's, it's some sort of a gimmick or something, or bad for you. I had a trainer a couple of days ago say you get cancer when you take GLP-1s. So, there's that, a lot of misinformation, things like that. So I caution, if you are going to find a trainer, look around, ask, talk first, learn, because you don't want to end up with a trainer will train you because they're going to make money or get a new person to train, but they're not really on board and do not understand and don't understand. So especially if you can find a trainer that has had any type of training with obesity. I know that the doctor from the OAC, she referred me to an actual certification. So trainers can actually get certified on obesity training or training people with the disease of obesity. So, and I looked through the curriculum, and it's pretty cool. Like really talks about, teaches how to understand it. So even if you can find something like that, don't just go to anybody, because you can end up with always call it the David Goggins, trainer that's like, come on, you can do it, another one, push it, that type of thing. And that would drive me nuts. I think that's horrible at least for me. But if that's what you want and that's what you like, then get yourself a trainer like that. We're all different.
I also think that like sometimes finding the trainer for you is kind of like dating. You
True.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta know what you want.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you want to be yelled at, there's a trainer out there for you.
Right.
Right. But if you don't, I'm giving myself for example here, but I'm a soft-spoken guy.
Yeah.
I'm not yelling at anybody.
And I'm wondering if this is even picking up.
It's like they haven't heard nothing.
That's right. What do you
this looks
think?
like a quality. Yeah. So like, yeah. So sometimes you just have to find the right person for you. So a lot of times, like and I'll say this for our gym, but like, you get me before you get a trainer, right? So I do like all the assessments first coming in, not physical, but I always make sure that everybody that we onboard, that they're pointing to the right person. I'm like, hey, I think you would get along with this trainer. Yeah. This guy has a background for what you're going through, or what you're looking for. So also kind of something to like take in mind.
Yep. So Zach, go for it, but find the right one for you.
There you go.
Look at that. Goshera says, I'm 2 pounds away from 100-pound goal. Can't wait. That's awesome. You're going to hit that in no time. You're going to sneeze and lose that. Congrats. That's awesome. Todd says, pink is down, Solomon. The gi. That's funny. Lisa Brockington says, I just put together a home gym and worked out 5 out of 7 days last week. Not as intimidating as the gym for this old gal. That's awesome. And that's an option. That is an option. My wife, she was trying to go to the gym with me, and it was just becoming hard, because she's got a very demanding job. So I bought her some dumbbells. Link below if you want the dumbbells. And she uses them. So yeah. Congrats. Awesome, Lisa. Question from Jess. What sets the EOS trainers apart from other gyms, i.e. certifications, training, experience, or is it the gym culture at EOS that is the main difference? Asking me or asking Freddie? I guess we can both answer that.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'll give you my answer, right? But I think one of the big differences, like you'll have like fitness managers in play, and like, which is me. This is my job, right? So my job is to assess people coming in, and when I say assess, like I just want to ask questions about like what your goal is, and how you go about accomplishing it, whether you need help or not. And just depending on who it is, we have coaches from all different kinds of backgrounds. Some, obviously strength training, fat loss, assisted stretching, corrective exercise, you name it. We have all kinds. I mean, we have Dr. Rich in the house. He's got a doctorate in chiropractic. So, just all kinds of stuff, right? So just depending on what I have, in the club, I'll see if there's somebody who's like a right fit for you. So obviously, if you come in looking for a coach, I would say talk to your personal training manager or your fitness manager, and just let them know like what's going on, and they'll most likely be able to find you like some kind of person in place. I don't think every gym works like that. I can't talk for other gyms. Mm-hmm. Just one, because I've never worked at another gym. The only gym I worked at I was self-employed, so it's my first job. But I think ultimately speaking, like EOS does a lot for like just overall customer experience. We want every member to, even if you're not a personal training member, to just have like a great experience. And I went to they flew me out to Las Vegas a couple weeks ago, and I got to like sit in this conference for a corporate meeting and stuff like that, and it was huge. It was like 600-700 of us, like fitness managers from all over, right? Nice. Yeah, and last year they were talking about there was only like 300, so we actually like doubled in size almost, or something close to that, right? And and a lot of that was just they talk about it all the time, but it's just having the proper experience. So like even the front desk when they're trained to like greet people like even by their name and just try and remember things about them, and because it does impact like a person's overall experience.
Yeah.
So for I guess for the club itself, it is the member experience, and it's something that they dove into like really really heavy. And when we hire people, we look for like-minded people.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll second that. I've been through every gym in town. I really have. I mean, I've been to all of them. I came from Crunch over to EOS. Before that, and I've been to Planet Fitness, of course. I've been to back in the day. Bally's was one of the first gyms that I went to after high school gyms, and LA Fitness. I mean, you name it. I've been to all of them, and yeah, I have found a home at EOS. I mean, it's become. I mean, maybe because I'm going more often than I did the other gyms, but maybe it's got to do with the culture there. And and like I said, it wasn't right off the bat. Everything was just glitter and stuff. But it's a slow burn. But we've gotten there. We've gotten there, and now we're
or like everything else. Like some things take time, right?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, when you become a familiar face, it changes things. If you go once a month, then it'd be a little harder to build friendships or relationships, community and camaraderie. So it's nice. Carol likes the pink. Good to know. Todd wants to know. I've heard some gym bros talking about semaglutide for shredding, cutting. Is there much talk about that? Could you be asking about retatrutide? Because that's all I've heard the gym bros talk about. I haven't heard a gym bro talk about semaglutide not once. So for me, it's not semaglutide, it's retatrutide, right?
Yeah, definitely Reddit. We hear it from all the gym bros.
Yep.
Yeah, but definitely a big thing right now.
Yeah, for sure, it's going to be retatrutide. I don't think any gym bros are talking about semaglutide. As a matter of fact, a lot of gym bros don't even know that Ozempic and Manjaro and Zepbound and Wegovy, they have no idea this is almost the same exact thing as retatrutide. Retatrutide is not, it's not far from it, right? It does have the glucagon. So for those that don't know, this is the first time you're hearing about this. Semaglutide is Ozempic and Wegovy, and that is just a GLP-1. It's one hormone. The tirzepatide, which is Manjaro, Zepbound, has two, which is GIP and GLP-1 and GIP. And then the new one coming out probably by mid to end of 2027, that's in trial still, is retatrutide or retatrutide, which is three hormones, GLP-1, GIP, and glucagon. And right now, it is in the gray market, meaning that you can buy it anywhere from anybody. It's very available, but it's not FDA approved. So, and some of you on here right now may be taking it, and because you guys have told me that. So, and a lot of people are. I mean, it's everywhere, and especially in the gym community. Bodybuilders are taking it. A lot of people that go to the gym are taking it, and they're having great success with it. It helps shred up. It speeds up the metabolism. So, it's almost like you're working out without work. You're doing cardio without doing cardio,
Yeah.
pretty much. It speeds that aspect of it up. So, and it also suppresses the appetite, which bodybuilders like, because then they can,
Yeah, especially during that phase.
yeah, the phase where they lower their calories and they normally are starving, but now they can do it without feeling like they're starving. Because I always said, I've been saying this is some of my first videos. I use bodybuilders as an example. Bodybuilders put themselves in the state that we live in without trying to be in. Like when I was pigging out, when I was eating 10,000 calories, my brain was behaving the way a bodybuilder's brain behaves when they lower their calories down. For them, they go from 5,000 to like 1,000, 2,000 calories, right? It's typically about depending on the person,
but
but yeah,
they definitely lose a lot of calories.
yeah, they're lowering their calories and putting themselves in a starvation mode at certain parts of the bodybuilding process to get to stage. So,
See, but the Reddit now that they don't have to go that low either.
right, because the body speeds up the metabolism, so they're able to shred up without
do a little bit less cutting.
Yeah. So it's and I've told Freddie this is like I kind of like that's happening because that's what's going to bridge it. Because when I tell somebody, a gym bro, that you're literally taking the same medication I'm taking, you're literally taking the same thing, they're like, what are you talking about? No, I'm not cheating like you are. I'm not doing that crazy stuff that you're doing. That's crazy. And it's like, all right, let's sit down because we gotta have a chat. That just happened 2 days ago.
Yeah.
With what that person. So yeah, it's a lot of people don't know that retatrutide is a GLP-1 and it's a medication, and it's the same company. It's Eli Lilly that made retatrutide.
Oh.
And tirzepatide. Yeah, it's the same company. It's Eli Lilly. Yeah. So they're doing the trials right now, and she's the one that's doing the trials. So for retatrutide, she's the one that did the trials for tirzepatide, and she's doing the trials right now. And we talked about it. Well, talking about Dr. Yastrobov. So Dr. Anya. So yeah.
Gym bros are on Retta.
Yeah, gym bros are on Retta. Yeah. Not semaglutide. Yeah. But great question, Todd. I appreciate it. Yes, Nancy. That was the doctor. The name of the doctor was Renee Rogers. There were so many amazing presentations, but hers was full of knowledge that I had never learned before. Yep. Nancy Germain was there, and I got to meet her. We had a good time. We had some good times chatting. And that's her name, Renee Rogers. I should have pulled it up, but she gave a great presentation, man. And it was thanks to her presentation that when I got my DEXA scan, just a week later, I got my DEXA scan like last week after the conference, and the guy at the DEXA scan's like, man, you lost 3 pounds of muscle. And I was like, man, I was a little disappointed. I mean, I was okay with it. I'm like 3 pounds in 9 months, after losing all this weight, that's not bad. That's not bad. But I'm like, that just didn't sit right with me. So I go out to the car and I pulled up my app and I started looking at the numbers, and I'm like, well, I gained 3 pounds of muscle in my arms and 5 pounds of muscle in my legs, but I lost 11 pounds of, it was not muscle, it was muscle mass. Right, but I lost 11 pounds of muscle mass in my torso. That's the way it breaks it down in the DEXA scan. And it just, my light bulb went on. I remember this doctor, Dr. Renee Rogers. I remember her with her slides talking and explaining how we lose tissue. Our organs get smaller,
right?
And there's tissue loss. So the torso is going to show mass loss that's not muscle.
Yeah.
So and I'm like, man, I looked at my slides. I'm like, right there, it's on the slide.
It's a different kind of muscle. It's
yeah.
Soft tissue.
Right, soft tissue. Yeah. That's exactly how she explained it.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait a second. So then I went back in. I was already.
You see it there. You're like, oh, that's
Yep.
okay.
It was okay. I mean, could it be some ab muscles? Maybe, possibly. Because that's in the torso, that the DEXA scan reads it, but more than likely it was tissue.
Yeah.
So we redid the numbers, and it was an 8-pound muscle gain, and the tissue mass loss is not, I don't consider it muscle.
Yeah.
So for me, and the guy too, like after I explained it to him and I showed him the slides and stuff, and he's like, oh man, I'm glad you explained that to me because I didn't even realize that. And I'm like, yeah, you should be don't be telling people they lost muscle when they lost it in the torso, like break it down. Yeah, you freaked me out, dude. So yeah, that was great from that doctor as well. All right, really falling behind, but let's see. Behol says, my bad, not semaglutide, you're right. Retta. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Question from V. Lily. She says, Why would they name dumbbells dumbbells? Why not strength bars or smart bells?
That's a solid question.
That's a great question. That's a
I've
great
actually
question.
never even thought about it.
Right?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it's a great question.
Yeah.
I'm sure Gemini is going to have an answer for us.
Yeah, that's worth a Google right
Yeah, that's a Google one.
there.
Yeah. People say, hate the mirrors, you see? Gangsta hates the mirrors. Yeah. Until you're ready for the mirrors, don't go to the mirrors to work out. P. Lily says, what is your guess opinion about swimming or water aerobics for workouts? Good question.
Here, yeah, my opinion for swimming or water aerobics.
Yep.
Like in general, or like in this case. I mean, in general,
as a workout, like, as opposed to strength training or for strength training, water aerobics or any type of water exercise.
I mean, it's a good place to start, but ultimately speaking, I think not that I think, but strength training will definitely like.
Because that's more aerobic, right?
Yeah, because if you're kind of getting into like the aerobic, even if you're doing like I know that there's water weights and
little
stuff
weights
like that.
Stuff, yeah.
But the thing is, it's not progressive. There's no progression in that. You know what I mean? So you'll move around, right? And you'll be able to get some expenditure up for sure, yeah. Right? But there won't be like any like increase or like progressive state, and especially when ultimately speaking, when you're trying to make progress, there needs to be a little bit of progression in strength. And I'm not saying that you have to go and be a mass monster or anything like that, or a bodybuilder, but if you're especially if you're relatively new to the gym, there should be a form of progression, right?
Yeah, good answer. I agree with that. I think it's good for cardio and to get started. I mean, and you know what, at the end of the day, if that's what motivates you and you can get in there, it's better than nothing. So yeah. I mean, ultimately, if you can do strength training some way, shape, or form, that'd be great. And I think it makes me feel better. So for a lot of people, it does as well. Carol G says she's down 35 pounds since starting Manjaro in April. People are finally starting to notice. I have 45 pounds to go to my initial goal weight. Hopefully, by the downsized cruise, I'll be at my goal. You know what? Congratulations, and I'm glad that the people are noticing it. And I know you're trying to distract them with your new nose. Carol fell. Unfortunately, she fell. I hope you're feeling better, Carol. I don't mean to make fun of you, but that's hilarious. So she scraped her nose pretty bad. And that distracts people from noticing how much better you look. But I'm sure it'll get better.
There's a crown reveal coming soon.
Yeah. Ann's got a good point. Ann's husband's a bodybuilder. He's been lifting his whole life. So Ann knows and works out too. So yeah, I met her on the cruise. She's super cool, and she's got a twin sister, and they're going on the cruise again. Maybe you can make it on the cruise. That'd be cool for you to hang out with 100 GLP-1ers attacking you. She's talking to Zach, and she says, if you have never worked out before, it is very important to learn how to properly work out with weights and machines to minimize injury. It is a good idea. 2, and then she continues down here. It's a good idea to use a trainer for introductory session. Yeah. Yep. That is very
good answer.
Good answer.
It's fun. I think I referenced this before though, but I think I said, if you're this what reminds me of is like if you're like a shy person, or even if you're not a shy person, but if you're going somewhere new, right? And I think about this like when I was younger and I was going to like a party with my friends. I was like almost scared to go in the party that I was invited to, and I would always like call a friend to like come get me. You know what I mean? Like, go with me.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, go with me in there. Like, walk me in there.
Yeah.
You know, and then I feel like that, like, about a lot of things. And sometimes I feel like that's like what a trainer is. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The trainer is that friend who's like inviting you into
Yeah.
into the club. Like, come and train, man.
Yeah.
And they're gonna show you around.
You feel like you belong. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a sense of feeling like you belong when somebody's there, like, hey, come on in.
Right.
Let's hang out and let's do this, you know? So for sure, that's, without a doubt. B Hall says, working out during the live is keeping me from sitting around. Going to try to work out during the lives from now on. I love that. I watch lives when I'm working out all the time. You guys wouldn't even know it. Carol will tell you. I've chatted with Carol for an entire hour while I'm at the gym working out. I'm telling you, like, I love chit-chatting with people while I'm working out. I do it all the time. I sometimes get sad when I don't have anybody to talk to, but then I listen to my YouTube channel or something and listen to something. So yeah, you got to get back in there, Carol. It's Carol time. Carol's a super sweet person, and she helped her sister out and brother-in-law for like 2 months. She literally like has spent the last 2 months, and then she went and helped her daughter out for like another week or something like that. And she's just finally back home, so she hasn't had a chance to go to her gym or any of that. Nikki's getting Zeppy. Says, I absolutely love working out in the pool. I have limited mobility from arthritis and then muscle loss from bariatric surgery. So I do water aerobics, water walking, and water weight lifting. And she has made videos of those too. And of course, go and subscribe to her channel. She's got a channel as well. Go check it out. And that was very motivating. One of her first videos, I think it was her first video that she put out. She's in the pool doing, just walking back and forth. Like, and it made me freaking inspired me, man. Like, that was so motivating watching her do that. And that's why I say, anything that we do is better than not doing anything. Yeah. So if that's the beginning, maybe now, 6 months or a year from now, Nikki's going to be like, oh, I'm hitting weights at the gym. I've graduated from the pool and now I'm doing now weights at the gym. So, it's all about taking your time and doing what you can, and whatever motivates you and you feel inspired to do is what we should do. If it's nothing at first, it's nothing at first, and that's okay too. Jody, we were talking about you. You probably already heard it because I'm late. I'm late to your lateness, but welcome, Jaritza. But I was telling Freddie that you're jacked, that you got guns. She's the one that she lost all her weight, and then she started training, and she's killed it. She killed it. She had a DEXA scan done, and she's like, it was like through the roof. Everything, muscle, everything was great.
All right.
Yeah. Really
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. So I'm not seeing any QQQs. I'm going for it. I'm moving here. What's up, zombie? Zombies in the house. Gary's got a question. What's up, Gary? Manjaro, 15 milligrams, second dose. Had body coldness, little stomach cramps. Is this normal? Love and blessings to all. Thank you. So, second dose at 15 milligrams. Man, I would think that you could tell us how it is, because by 15 milligrams, you've been doing this for a while, I would imagine, right? To get to 15 milligrams, you would at least been doing this for, I don't know, 5-6 months at least. But stomach cramps and coldness are not unusual side effects of this medication. Typically, coldness has to do with not getting enough nutrition in, not eating enough, and you start feeling cold. That's been my experience. When I go a week or so where I haven't been eating enough because the medication towards the beginning, I will get cold, which I started in November. So it was the colder months. And I was kind of chalking it up to it's just cold, but I've never been cold. I've always been like overly hot. So I was obvious that it was the medication, or not the medication, but me not eating enough. That's my understanding. You've heard of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So look at your, obviously talk to your doctor. It's not medical advice, but for sure, look at your intake as far as calories and macronutrients and all that. Just to
that was around the time that I was trying to tell you to increase your calories.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It wasn't until then that you.
Yeah. It was all.
Yeah.
It was all like, okay, that all makes sense now. Yeah. So when Freddie told me to increase my calories, I was too low. And I was doing like 16, 1,800 calories. And he's like, no, man, you got to be like at 2,100 to 2,300. And what he explained to me at the time, and I wasn't against it. It was just that I was misunderstanding or didn't know any better that working out with weights. I thought because it was easy, like I wasn't sweating and I wasn't, my heart rate wasn't going up. It wasn't like I was at 130, 150. I was staying at a low in the 90s or low 100s. So I thought for me, that's like, oh, this is an easy workout. This is moderate at most. But what he explained is that when you lift weights, you're breaking down the muscle. The muscle has to rebuild. So your body internally is doing more work than you can perceive. It's doing it internally. So you don't feel like you're doing a whole lot, but your body is exerting itself. So my expenditure was a lot higher than I thought, than I was calculating. So I was below my calories because of that. And that's why I was getting cold and, things like that. So, he was like, dude, you got to eat more. And that's when I upped my calories. And a few of you guys told me the same thing, that I was not eating enough. And I upped it. And then now I'm almost back down to that, but it has to do now that I've lost. That's been now like 30, 35 pounds ago. So because I've gone down in weight, then my BMR has dropped and all that. And I'm not working out as much, at least with jiu-jitsu, because of real estate being so busy and then the YouTube thing and, editing videos and stuff like that. No excuse. I still got to get to the gym and all that, but I'm definitely not as intense as I was back in February, March. I think it's when all that went down. But great question, Gary. Thank you for asking. Hope that answered it. Well, thank you for watching, Zombie. I appreciate it. First time here. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. I see you a lot on other people's lives, so I'm glad you're here as well. Thank you. V Lily says he needs one of your Gila Monster shirts. He does. Maybe if he's got $25 on him, we can get it. We'll see. We'll see if we can get him one. Maybe we'll gift him one before he leaves. We'll see. Let's see. Angelica Mays. It's your mom, right?
That's my mom. Yeah.
Hi, Mom. That's awesome. I'm glad you had her come on. I hope.
Yeah, she's still my number one fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Of course, as she should be.
Yeah, 36. Married. So my mom's still my.
That's right. That's right.
She's still my number one.
That's the way it's supposed to be, man. Yeah. Texas Shane says, "Hey Zach, love your channel. Keep up the great work." Yeah, Zach's got a great channel. He's always posting. It's really, really good. Great content. Love the guy. Love his channel. Watch him. And he's early on his journey, which is great too. I wish I would have started my channel when I started my journey. Mine came in, what was it, 3-4 months after I started my journey is when I started doing the channel. So I missed a little bit of it, but yeah, he's only been 7 weeks in GLP-1, but I'm killing it. 54 pounds down in 7 weeks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's going fast.
yeah, he hit a stride.
Yeah, he's going fast. That's right. The gangsters in the house. Yep. Todd says congratulations to Zach. If I can put it. There it is. Nope. Man, this thing doesn't want to click. There we go. Yeah, that's what we call super responders to the medication.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not everybody responds that way. So, Glutide says, Carol definitely wins the best GLP-1. See how we're always late on that, but we're talking about this name for sure. I was literally just telling my husband about her handle a few minutes ago. That's hilarious. And yours is great too. I mean, Emily Glutide is hilarious. It's great. It's really good.
Yeah, I think that one's my favorite actually.
Yeah, there you go.
Glutide. That's
Yeah,
a good play on.
That is a really good one. Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw her name, that was why I asked. I was like, that's a cool name. I was like,
yeah.
Okay. I was like, and I saw a couple other names, and I was wondering, like, wonder what your favorite is.
Yeah. And Zach's killing it on 5 milligrams. It's all right, brother. Todd says, I'm on 5 milligrams. I lost about half of that. That's all right. We all respond differently, man. We're good. I'm losing it super slow. I'm 9 months into it, and I've lost, where am I at now? 50, like 53, 54 pounds. 54 pounds. So that's okay.
Where are you currently sitting now?
194.
Oh, now you're just cruising into the 200s now. Like.
Yeah, man. They call it permanent residency in the 200 in the 100s. Yeah. Because for a while there, I was bouncing back and forth.
I still remember how stressed out you were about.
Remember that?
The final 7, really.
Yeah.
That 7 stretch.
That was like, I was like wanting to just starve myself and not eat. It was crazy.
Somewhere in those 12 pounds was like the last. Yeah, I would say like I'm probably like I think we were like when your last 12 pounds. That's when you saw. I could see the most pressure on you.
Yeah, when I hit 210 to 213, I was like,
going through
man, I just want to get under that 199. Because I tried, bro. That was always like my goal. I'm like, I want to get under 200. I want to see that one. I want to see that one for just once in my life, once again, before I die. I want to see that one more time. I hadn't seen it since 1997.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm 13 pounds away. Like I get, I've lost. Look, when before this medication, when I would start a diet, I lose 20 pounds in a month.
Yeah,
like every time. Like that was the normal thing for me. So I'm like, but I've been taking it easy. I've been trying to keep the muscle, build muscle, like not be too low on my, just trying to do it like the best way possible that I can.
Yeah.
And so when I got to that 213, I'm like, maybe just for the next month, I'll just go nuts and just do my old school, like, Yeah, I know. I had that moment. That's why I put that video out, because I woke up that one morning. I'm like, what am I doing? And I didn't do it. And it took another like 3 weeks or something like that, a month or something. Stay on the plan. It took a while, but no, it was good, man. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do it. So Panathy says, I take my first dose of 7.5 milligrams this Friday. I am stoked. That's awesome, man. Congrats on that. Nancy Germain has good information. For those of you on Medicare, there's a program called Silver Sneakers that gyms in a lot of areas accept Medicare coverage for. Ooh, do you know about that?
So,
you heard about it?
EOS does.
Oh, he does?
EOS accepts Silver Sneakers as
cool.
well, too, in the gym.
My mother received both aerobic and strength training coaching. Wow, good to know. Thank you very much, Nancy. Good to know. I didn't know that. I was thinking about that earlier. I'm like, I wonder if you guys have some sort of insurance. People use insurance for that.
Yeah.
I know my sister, her job gave her like some discount or money towards the gym where she could use it in any way.
Some people get a freedom card. It gives them like $500.
Oh, really?
They can spend on things like getting assistance.
Is that insurance, freedom card?
Yeah. It's through like one of the insurance programs. So.
Nice.
What does it say?
This one?
No,
Gangster says, is that the one?
No. All right. I'm reading through them too.
Yeah. Some of you may remember me talking a few weeks ago about my brother in Georgia who I was visiting, being against these meds, saying they are dangerous. Well, he's now taking Zepbound. Answer to prayers. That's very common too. In the last like 2 weeks, I've had 3 people, and one was today that called and talked to me, and and it's becoming more of a mainstream, and people are accepting it more, and you know, and stuff like that. So that may have not wanted to before. So that's good for your brother, Carol.
Yeah, including like myself. Like I've had other people like ask me about it or like my take on it too, just from like from my background as well. But I mean, it's not really something that I will go like into depth and actually like talk about, because I don't have any personal. I've never I don't have any experience in it myself, right? So. But so it's actually been like kind of a little bit of a blessing knowing you. So I just kind of throw your channel out there, and I was like, look, if you got a question, I was like, even if you're not going on the lives or whatever, it was like he probably posted it already. He probably has your question. It's probably out there.
Yeah.
So some people are just curious, and they kind of know like what's the deal on this, or how does it work? And I was like, I won't answer. Like, why don't you, at your own free will, your own time, watch a couple videos. You'll learn something.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean that's the hope, man. That people go and get the information the best that they can. V Lily says Angie's too busy to make it to the gym. She works her butt off. She's an accountant, and she's got the 3 monitors, and she's doing Excel spreadsheets all day. I don't know how she does that. That would make me crazy and give me a headache. But she's all about it. But she's doing a lot of accounting all day, playing with numbers. So I feel for her. And she still is getting the gym done. She walks in the mornings. She puts on her Riding the Tide tank top, and she goes for a 2-3 mile walk. And then she comes back and she hits the weights in the morning or in the evening when she gets home. So either way, she's been doing really good with it.
Keep it fit in this house, huh?
That's right. I got to keep her fit. I think spouses motivate each other, and sometimes you don't even have to say anything. Yeah. With her, it's just her watching me, get better and improve, and my motivation and my going to the gym, and she sees that the changes in me, and it's motivating her to want to lift the weights too. So
I get that.
Yeah, I think I unfortunately I'm fortunately motivating her now to be more fit. But I think I did motivate her before to not eat as healthy as she, would have wanted to. So from all my, let's go out here, let's go out there, let's order pizza today, let's do this, let's do that. So it goes both ways. You can bring somebody down or you can bring them up. So now we're coming up, so that's good. Oh, Carol says she qualified for silver sneakers in December. That's awesome, Carol. Hopefully you can get a good gym friend. But you already know how to do that, right? You already know how to work out. She's a gangsta. Jarl Trucker goes to Crunch. Boo. Kidding. All right. I'm not seeing any questions. I'm going through it. 9:12, 9:45. We're half an hour behind here. So let's keep going. I hate to pass stuff, especially if I miss something. John Trucker question: do you guys have a sauna in your gym?
Yeah.
Yep. Sauna, pool. Are you guys getting rid of the pool? You said you were going to, but it's still there.
In this location we're supposed to.
Yeah, but it's being used, right?
It was renovated and everything too.
Oh, it was renovated?
Yeah. So
Okay.
if we lose it, it'll be in the future.
Later on, yeah. Oh, your mom said thanks.
That's not my mom.
That's your mom,
No.
right? Oh no, that's not. It's a different Angelica. That's your mom is Angelica, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Maze though.
Maze, yeah. Question from V Lily: do saunas truly help lose weight?
I mean, water weight.
But not fat.
No, not that.
What's the benefit of a sauna?
I mean, mostly like most people do it for like water weight. There's a couple other reasons why. So I'm like drawing a blank. I'm also reading this. So,
Yeah.
So, but overall, I know it has like a couple like good health benefits, but as far as like body fat loss, not really. Yeah, you'll get water weight loss out of it, but overall like health.
Yeah. Trucker says, depending on when you go to the gym, you can always call me.
There you go. There's another chat buddy for you.
I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. I definitely will. Even if you're just driving around at work, driving somewhere. He drives a big truck. He does tandem tow. I did tandem tow in the Marine Corps. That's not easy to back up tandem tow. Nikki's getting sep. He says, "Oh, thank you, Julio. I was so nervous making that video. LOL. You didn't seem nervous at all, Nikki. That was great. I loved it. It's one of those motivational videos for sure." Jody says, "Now I can talk. Now I can chat." Right. She's been driving. I love that. Trucker was weighing heavy, and then he had a big drop last night. He went from 210 to 202.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, we know what that is.
Yeah.
He went to his office. I went to the office today, man. So I'm excited about tomorrow morning. What's going to happen on that scale? Let's see. What? Gary, you said started on 2 milligrams up dose after 8 weeks. Second dose, 50 milligrams. Are you reading that as he was on 2 milligrams and then for 8 weeks and then he went up to 15 milligrams?
He was on 2 milligrams for 8 weeks.
And
then now he's on this
second dose of 50 milligrams.
So he went from 2 to 15? Or did he ramp up? It's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah. Yeah, clarify that, man. Gary, clarify that if you can, man. I just want to know. But yeah, try to get to that. Oh yeah, Glutide ordered a shirt. That's awesome. Send me a picture, Emily. When you get the shirt. Everybody who's got a shirt, take a picture and send it to me. So I'm gonna make a cool video with that. Trucker's getting his shirts. That's awesome.
How many shirts you got now? You got a few.
Yeah, and I got two new ones coming out. Check these out. I'm not showing you guys, but I'm gonna show Freddie. Sorry.
Exclusive.
This is she just got her shirt today. But the new shirts, they're funny. I'm working on this one. This is what I call we call, you know who Annie is? You didn't see the movie Misery?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. No.
Yeah. So there's this one.
That's pretty funny.
That's pretty funny, right?
Yeah.
Hold my protein shake.
I like that.
Like hold my beer, you know? And then the other one is, where is the other one? Yeah, this is Yachty. Look at her guns.
Jacked.
That's pretty good, right?
I like that. Jacked.
Look at Yachty's guns. She's got bigger guns than I do. I love that. Yeah, I can't find the other one, but anyhow, oh, there it is. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Right?
That's cool.
Yeah. Those are the two new shirts, but we'll see. All right, let's get caught up here. This is awesome. Down 48 pounds in 7 weeks. Starting weight was 370. It's pretty sweet how my journey is similar to Zach's. Yep. You guys are pretty close there. Yep. That's awesome. I love that. Todd says, I want to get under 200 and goal is 185, but if I can get under 218, no matter what diet or exercise program, 218 was my wall. At 222 now. You're going to blow right by that, my friend. That's how it was, man. My walls were always like, at one point I was just begging that I could get under 230. Like if I get under 230, I'll just live happily ever after. Just under 230, please let me get under 230. And look at me now, 194. It's crazy. It's hard to wrap my head around it. Everybody's chit-chatting. I love it. Everybody's chit-chatting, talking about things, man. Answering each other's
Hey,
questions.
you got a nice little chatty group here.
Right? Yeah, they're awesome, man. I love it. Yeah. Good stuff. Dennis says, I was 370 when I started Zebon on 7/9/26 and weighed 352 today. 19 pounds lost in a month. Congratulations. That's awesome. That is awesome. Carol says, I haven't been under 200 in about 15 years, and it's time. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's coming off. Sunshine says, hey, Carol, by the way, I started at 292.8, and as of 2 days ago, I'm 248.6. Now, you'll know mine too. Good to know. Congrats, and that's awesome. Oh, Jody says, I'd take a trip to Florida to meet Julio and all of you. Let's do it. Let's have a meetup over here in Florida. Let's do it, right?
There you go.
You guys will shut down the club and we can have it at the club? At the gym?
I'll make it happen.
You make it happen? Let's do it. Let's meet at EO's. See, you see all the encouragement? I love that.
Mm-hmm.
This community is freaking awesome. I love it. Oh, B-hole left. Later, brother. If you're not gone yet, I'm sure you are gone. But if you're watching on replay, see you, man. Question from Trucker. No office, lol, just fasting like normal and drinking my electrolytes and sweating. That's it. Yeah, is that a question? Statement, maybe?
They said you should plan the Orlando meetup.
Emily says, Julio, you should plan an Orlando meetup. You know what? I'm going to plan it. By next Tuesday, I'm going to have a plan. And let's see if you guys can make it. Todd says, has anyone noticed a dislike for fatty foods since starting this journey? Also, hot dogs, all things messed me up for a few days. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, my palate has changed. Sweet potatoes and chicken and, apples and just clean food, man. I'd rather eat than fatty foods. I still like my wings here and there, but very far and few in between. It's not like every other day like it used to be. So, Emmy says, Orlando meetup like November-ish, LOL. You know what?
She's got some time in November, I guess.
Yeah. Emily's got some time. She's got a few dollars set aside. She's ready to travel. Trucker says, it'd be easier for me if it was in July due to work. We're going to have a discrepancy here.
Come on, that's a year.
Yeah, that's true. We can do it again in July.
Dad, I don't know if you want to be in Orlando in July.
That's right. November in Orlando is much better.
I mean, if they're trying to lose that extra weight, sure, yeah, you'll sweat it off for sure.
So here's what I'm proposing. I've already thought about it. I've been thinking about it. The Marine Corps ball is November 14th. I believe that's a Saturday. Let me just double check it. Yep, it's a Saturday. So I'm going to the Marine Corps ball. It's at, I think, the Radisson in Orlando. So I'm thinking if you guys can make it, can get tickets to the ball and go and attend the ball, that'd be great. But even if you can't, we can still do a meetup at that whole weekend at the hotel because I'm going to stay there anyways. So if you guys can make it to Orlando for November 14th weekend, I mean, we can make it the whole weekend. It can be like Thursday to Sunday. Right? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then if you can make it to the ball, I mean, the tickets are like 150 a piece. So it's not cheap, but it's a black tie, type of event. But even if you don't make it to the ball, it doesn't matter because that's just the one night. The rest we can do the meetup Friday all day or Sunday or whatever, or Saturday all day until the ball. I mean, we can do all kinds of stuff. So that's my thought. You guys let me know if that would work for you. I think that'd be cool. Carol says, my biggest test for food desires has changed will be the Illinois State Fair this year. Will she or won't she get a corn dog? My taste buds have changed and I don't desire that food, but I can still eat it. Like I would still have a corn dog at a fair. It's just that I don't binge on it. I don't think about it every day. I'm not thinking, like I can't wait to get to the fair come around because I'm going to have a corn dog. That's the difference. for me, it's just, I still like the food. I haven't lost taste for pizza, but I don't want pizza 3 or 4 times a week like I used to. I've had pizza. I think I've had pizza in the last like month and a half. Oh no, the cruise was the last time I had pizza. And who can go on a cruise without eating pizza?
Is that a cruise food?
You haven't been on a cruise?
No.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's what cruises are. The one thing that stays open like all night is the pizza shop.
Oh.
And some cruises have better pizza than others.
Never been on a cruise.
Oh, dude, you gotta go. Go on this one.
Go on this one.
Go on the downsize cruise, man. I'm already signed up.
Vacation in September.
On a cruise?
No.
Oh, it's in July, I think, or June of next year. The cruise. If you can get some time off, man, it's like a 4-day cruise. It's easy. It's not that expensive. A bunch of these people are gonna go, so it's gonna be fun. You'll be known. Everybody will be like, "Oh shit, Freddie's coming."
I don't know. Once I take my shirt off,
Yeah, they won't know.
Yeah, they won't know.
Maybe your mom's gonna go.
Yeah, there you go.
You see, your mom's gonna go. That'd be awesome. Carol has a question for Freddie. Would EOS sell temporary passes to work out? I winter in Florida and would love to work out with you guys sometime.
Oh, she's in Florida in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. It depends on how long, but yeah. I mean, either way, it's a month-to-month membership. So
Carol, I have
there long term.
Yeah, and I have the I can bring a guest membership every time I go.
Yeah,
so,
considering that she's in Orlando.
Well, that's what she says. She says I would love to work out with you guys sometime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You can get in with me.
There you go, buddy pass.
If nothing else, but I think Freddie would still hook you up for a few days if you were visiting over here anyway. So. I mean, I don't know if you got that kind of power over there, but
yeah,
I'm sure somebody does.
I do.
I'm over here volunteering, like I know.
I was like, I got a master key to the building. I'm pretty sure I can do that.
There you go. 9:58, 10. Okay, we're close. We're almost there. We got 29 people still hanging in there. Hey, Michelle's in the house.
Oh, it's the bottom, huh?
Yep.
You finally caught up.
Finally caught up. Going on a cruise from Cape Canaveral on 1 through 8, November 1 through 8. So, and we have got to meet up. Cape Canaveral is down the street from me, 45 minutes. So let me know if you have some time, if you're able to just have dinner or something, meet up for a little bit. That'd be great. Love to see you before, November, just a couple months. Todd says, normally have pizza once a week now, like once. Wait, pizza once a week? Oh, used to. You normally have pizza once a week. Now you have it like once a month. And even then, instead of 3 to 4 pieces, I have 1 is enough with a salad. Yep. Yeah, 2 slices of pizza is usually my limit. I did have more, probably 3 or 4 on the ship, towards the end of the night. But those were super thin, tiny slices as well. So, but, not a big deal. Carol says, I have pizza dinner tonight, but only 3 small pieces instead of half the pie, like I used to. That's great progress. Hello, Michelle. Nice to see you. Howdy. Thanks for coming by. Yes, you can be my +1 at EOS for sure. Come on down anytime. Any of you guys, whenever you come to Orlando, you got to hit me up for sure. So going on my birthday cruise 11/11 out of Miami. That is a special day. 11/11 is a good day. And if you swing by Orlando on the way down to Miami, say hello. Cape Canaveral, I-95, anything like that, let me know. We'll go out to lunch. Trucker says instead of pizza, he gets grilled wings. I don't get him grilled, but at least I go to Buffalo Wild Wings, which they have the tallow. Tallow is not as bad, but still bad. But I do that once a month or once every couple of months anyways. Todd's going a good night. Have a good night, my friend. Thanks for stopping in. Carol says hit the like button if you haven't already. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Local airport is a direct flight to Orlando. Let's go. Come on down and visit. You're a trucker. You should be driving to Orlando.
He's on vacation. Man. He want to drive.
Right. That's true. That's true. Well, it is 10:05. Yeah, Michelle says tallow isn't bad. Yeah, it's definitely better. Still fried, but definitely better. So it's time to wrap it up, guys. As much fun as we've had. We will tomorrow morning. I meet with my doctor. It's a telecall, but I'm gonna go over my last labs, and I will be doing a video tomorrow to update you guys on my labs. You guys haven't heard about these labs. They came in after my last two videos for my labs, and they weren't good. And they're the heart labs, and they came in the red. So we'll see what the doctor says tomorrow. I got a bunch of questions. We'll see what that said, what they say. But time to wrap it up. Thank you, guys. We got to wrap up the right way. Last dance before everybody goes. Got 26 people are here. Want to burn 50 more calories. You guys ready? Thank you guys for coming, watching, being a part of this. I truly appreciate it. And as always, keep riding the tide.